Hi guys, and welcome to the Worthington farm. Today we are going to follow Tanner, who has recently become an elder. Just yesterday he had his birthday, and because he is now an elder, he can't really take care of this huge farm that he has. So that's why he decided to hire Stardust to work for him. And of course I'm going to let him do a little bit of gardening, but just not too much, because his elder back can't take it. Let's see. Oh, these are absolutely adorable, these little signs. It's really nice to see immediately what plants I have. I don't have to hover over these to see. And some of these plants because Tanner, he grows all the food for my whole hood, so that's why I'm thinking that some of these plants, like tomatoes, and then lettuce and carrots, and what are these? These are the grapes. So these are basically foods that any sim, even with very low cooking skill, can use and make food. Let her do the rest of the work, just harvest the plant. And that's why I'm going to have these plants. Tanner will have multiple of these plants, but then some of the special plants, like garlic or potato, that only people with higher skill can use. That's why I thought, I don't need to have so much of them. And these burger and steak, these are basically, well, I used them before I made my not grocery shop mod, but a shopping mod. And okay, let her finish. You go do something, I don't know, have a nap. You are an elder, you can now take it a little bit easy. So after these plants here die, I will no longer grow them, as well as these mushrooms. I will just no longer grow them. Because there are so many plants in this game, I'm just going to split all the plants between all my farmers. So different farmers are going to grow different things. And my people who live and have a garden, they can actually, even people who live in apartments, if they want to have a garden, they can, but I try to limit the garden so that only 3 plants are allowed, because I do want them to go to the grocery shop and buy stuff from Tanner. And here are my chicken. They are now all fixed up. Basically, I think what I did wrong was that I didn't decrap them with the tool that you get from Matti. And now I don't have the what was it called, the cow thing yet in my game. I removed it, but I haven't added it again, so for now there are no cows. Oh, and then my plan to turn this slot here into Tanner's nursery, I think that's what you call it, so that all the trees would have been here, and then I would add the tractor thing, and then he will actually be driving around. But then the 2 things that are basically forbidding me currently from doing this, the first one is that, well, I don't have the tractor yet in my game, and I'm in no hurry to get it, because Tanner here, he's eco-friendly. It just occurred to me at one point that he probably would not buy an old tractor that just destroys the environment. Usually he just uses his bicycle, and the only reason he has a pickup is because it's his wife's pickup, plus of course because he is a farmer, he needs something to drive all the produce to his shop. So it's out of necessity that he has to have the car. And I'm going to pay Stardust by giving her some of the money bags from my money bag mod. I don't really have any huge plans for today's Let's Play. Just hanging around with Tanner. I'm a little bit worried about... yeah, because they had a field trip in the museum. I'm a little bit worried about the farm because Talia here, she is allergic to wildflowers, fortunately, and I found this out when I added one of the wildflower spawners into my lot, so I could take a picture for the preview picture for this Let's Play. So she is allergic to flowers, and every time she eats any food made by Tan, she gets the sick moodlet. So I'm actually fearing that she might actually also be allergic to fruit, and that's not a very good thing. You know, is there nothing else to do in this farm? How come you can talk to the plants? Okay, talk to this plant, and after that I'm going to pay you and you can go back. You can go home. Oh, but I need to switch to Tanne before I pay her. No, I want 100. This is her pay for the day. Oh, I can't put it in her inventory, but she can cash it in, and then it will be added here. Anyhow, I was saying that I'm not sure Tavia is the, suitable to run a farm if she is so allergic to everything green. And then the boy, he's also super allergic to everything, and plus he's insane, which means that I cannot control him. That I can only control him by other sims, and that's very hard, to run a farm using a sim you can't control. So I don't know. Otherwise I was thinking that she could be perfect for this farming, but her allergies are not very good, and he's he's super allergic. The way I actually am going to cure him is that I'm trying to fulfill all these wants, but the thing is that if I lock a want for him, I can't remove it anymore unless it's completely impossible, to do it, to fulfill it. So I was actually planning that today they would have gone on a camping trip. This is Basil. He is their uncle. He is their mother's brother. So they were supposed to go on a camping trip today with Tanner, but now that he wants to, visit the graveyard during a full moon instead of camping trip, they are going. Let me send her home. Ask to leave. No, actually, let's chat. That's not enthusiasm. Talk about composting, and then ask to leave. Okay, so I have to send them to the graveyard to fulfill this want, and then he wanted to have, an SL and learn painting and stuff. So I bought him an SL, and guess how many times have he painted? And because I cannot direct him to paint, I just have to wait until he tries it himself. So so I'm now currently have all these options that I can't fulfill. This is actually something I'm thinking I might remove, just because this is something only he as an active sim can do. But on the other hand, I'm thinking that because he's so super allergic, that is something he really wants to do, is to get an allergy shot. But I don't know, I can try that when I'm playing my doctor. Maybe she can give him an allergy shot. So, and then I can fulfill it that way. So I'm going to keep it anyway, even though I cannot fulfill it for him, because the only way to fulfill it is that, he is active and I click on the hospital and say, get an allergy shot. Send her home. You did very well today at work, thank you. And she's so happy because she got money. And what are we going to do? Well, nothing much. Let's watch TV. It's going to take a while before the kids come back. No, actually, what we could do is get the laundry, and then we can put the dirty laundry away. I'm just trying to check how much have I been recording. Oh, 20 minutes. I'm trying not to have super long recordings because that's not very nice. So let me show you where I was supposed to send them camping. It's a lot I just finished. I was really excited about, using this slot. Look at these trees, they are like amazingly beautiful. And there's all kind of like this lot here is the most oldest place in Midsomer. Here you can see some prehistoric drawings on this rock. Nobody knows who drew these. Nobody knew that there were prehistoric people living in Midsomer in prehistoric times. And then if we go this way, these black flowers here, they are extremely rare, and they only grow in Midsomer in this one spot, and nobody knows why this is so. Some scientists, they have tried to pick these flowers and try to grow them other places, but they always die, and this is the only place they grow in. According to legend, in 1633, a local woman was accused of being a witch, and some men, they broke into her house and abducted her and brought her here and murdered her because she was a witch, or they accused her of being a witch. And according to this legend, these flowers grew where her blood flowed when they stabbed her to death. And these lovely okay, let's go closer, benches, these were done. Okay, I'm trying to go faster a little bit. Okay, now let me zoom in. Okay, so these lovely bamboo benches, these were done by a local carpenter in 1800s. He did it because he loved coming here with his fiancée. They were not allowed to go get married, so they had a secret affair, and she loved bambies, or what they're called, deers, not bambies. I'm like, sometimes I talk like I'm 3 years old, honestly. Anyhow, she liked deer, and they used to come here and watch the nice pond in here. But then when her parents forced her to marry another man, she killed herself, and the carpenter, he made these benches as to remember her love to animals, and the lovely time they had on this lot watching the pond. Now this is the thing that's about small hoods, is that you can't really venture very far. If you look at stuff from the wrong angle, you will see my hood, like the houses and stuff. But I'm trying to somehow, little by little, fill these areas so that you can't really see the houses from here. But about this lot, in here we have some blackberries, and in here I have actually hidden 2 buzzberry plants. I hope my Sims can actually root here and sometimes pick, because you can't, these are decorative blackberries, you can't eat them, but I'm hoping that they could, pick the buzzberries and maybe fulfill the want that my Sims sometimes have to pick a wild plant, and that's something I usually never manage to fulfill, because I think you have to have a plant on a community lot for that want to get filled, and I usually don't have community lots with harvestable plants. But anyhow, this is the lot that I built, and these trees are either from Mod the Sims or from the Sims resources, and they are just lovely. They are really old looking and so pretty. I was really happy when I noticed that I could actually use them on this slot. And this is just a bonfire, and I was really hoping to have the outing with Tanner and his children, but I need to get his crazy son to the graveyard today, because today is a full moon. So there goes that plan, and I can't do that. I can't send them later. Well, actually, I could send them on Friday. Tomorrow is an unplanned love day, because I have a mod that makes seasons very long, 2000 days. But before I put this mod in, I had the default maximum of 28 days, and by the time I put the mod in, love day was already set that it's going to be on this day, and so this is like an extra love day. Usually I don't. Oh, why did I click on him? Okay, back to Tanner. Usually the way I do with the holidays is that Christmas is the only holiday I want all my Sims to have. So when I play winter, I set the season to 7 days, so every family will have Christmas to celebrate, because after 7 days a new season starts, and because I only set it that it's always winter, so the next season that starts is winter again. But with the other ones, I'm going to do so that the summer festival and what am I going to do? Okay, just rocking there. Okay, because you're an elder and that's what you do all day long. So with the other holidays, I'm going to do so that the summer and spring holiday is going to be in a Ross event, so that sometimes I have it, but most of the times I don't. And then the autumn one, I'm going to do so that I will have it for one household, so that it's going to be kind of like a community event. So every autumn I'm going to have it one time, but not with every family. So I will change the family that's active when I'm holding it, and then I'm going to have it as a community event. So that means that I need to figure out how to use the seasonal marker thing that I still haven't looked at all. And completely random fact, it's actually snowing. I just looked out of the window and I see that it's snowing, and I'm really happy because I like autumn and I like winter. So yes, first snow this year. That's pretty awesome. Well, I don't have anything else for today. Maybe I'm going to have another let's play when I send the family into when I send the family, to the pond, so they can have their camping day. And then I'm going to, and then on, I can't see days from here, let's see, and then on Saturday I'm going to hold a little celebration, and Tanner is going to invite over Basil and his daughter and husband, and the husband's 2 boys, and they are going to have just a nice family dinner, nothing special, but I like keeping events like this, so I thought I will share that. And that's all I have for today. I hope you had fun, and see you next time.